Hello and welcome to SGN Tech Forum. Today in this video we are going to talk about the website slowness and security issues, right? And we are going to visit Cloudflare as a provider, right? So to set the agenda, if you are a website owner like a hobbyist blogger, or maybe you are maintaining a small website for your business, many a time you feel that you are feeling or seeing a lot of slowness, and you time on time you come under DDoS attack or spamming attack, right? And your web hosting platform is not sufficient enough to provide you a good amount of security and the speed. Uh, and obviously, if you want security speed, you need to spend more money, right? I'm going to give you a solution in this video using Cloudflare, how you can speed up your website and secure your website without spending a single penny. That means all for free. So let's go and check what we have in agenda today. Okay. So what we are going to discuss? We are going to discuss Cloudflare. What is it? Why to use it? And I'm going to give you a live Cloudflare dashboard demo, and I'll show you how you can migrate your site from your web hosting to Cloudflare. How to use Cloudflare free DNS. Sorry about extra S. This is the diagram we are going to discuss in demo. So how my website www.sgn Tech Forum is set up today, and how I can leverage Cloudflare free tier services to speed up and secure my website. All right, so let's go and try to understand what is Cloudflare, right? This is the document we are going to follow, changing domain name server to Cloudflare. And I'm going to give you this link in the description. There are tons of very good material available in Cloudflare website, so feel free to go and educate yourself. And again, before we dive into Cloudflare, I want to make sure that you guys are informed that this is no promotion, there is no sponsorship. I am just interested in to bring you something which is free and useful for you. All right, so let's go and talk about Cloudflare. What is Cloudflare? At the very core, Cloudflare is a CDN, content delivery network, right? It has global footprint, more than 100 countries, as they claim on their website, that they have presence on more than 100 countries, multiple CDN locations. And what CDN does? CDN is actually cache the content of your web traffic, right? So if you have a website and there are consumers who are geographically dispersed, right, in America, Europe, and Asia, then instead of having a central location for your all content, you can uh, disperse this content, or you can distribute this content so that the loading or latency is less, right? So what is the strength of Cloudflare? Cloudflare brings fast website. It can secure your website. That means it can protect you from the malicious traffic, right? Because it present a web security firewall in front of those traffic coming. And finally, it can give you low latency, right? It can the Cloudflare DNS is very powerful. Okay, so these are the main benefit of Cloudflare, basically. Uh, it and once we talk about the dashboard, you will realize that what all it can go do, right? So security, latency, and free SSL certificate and all those things. If you subscribe for pro or business account, you can get many more, but we are restricting our discussion to the free tier account only. All right, so let's go to Cloudflare. What you have to do when you go to Cloudflare, you have to sign up in your account. And the first time you sign up, you will see there are multiple options, three options: free, business, and pro. Select free. I have selected free. And when you select free, you will come to this page, home. Here you can add your site. So put your website name, and it is going to, once you try to add it, it will do something, and we will talk about that. Right. So as you have seen, I have already added my sdntechforum.com, but name server updates is pending. Right. Let's try to add a web server, say google.com, and see what happens. Enter your site, google.com. This is not my website, but I'm just want to make sure. So web property cannot be added Cloudflare at this time if you are an enterprise customer. So there are certain domains which are protected. That means if you don't own them, you cannot add them to the site. Let's try with something not so popular and see. This is some random website I came across a couple of days back. So let's try to see if I can add this. If Cloudflare let me add this, right? So yes, it says, okay, this is the website you can add. You have 3 tiers, pro, business, and enterprise. I want to start for free, right? So let me select free, and I'm going to say continue. Cloudflare for individual is built for global network, and core features: DDoS attack, that means security, CDN, speed up your website, and support via email. All right, continue. As I hit continue, what it's doing, it's doing a quick scan of my DNS record and import it automatically, right? Wherever, though this is not my website, but it actually went ahead to the DNS server, authoritative DNS server, and fetch all the DNS record, different type of DNS record, whatever was mentioned there. So here you can see they are all A records are only exposed, right? So that's what it does. Though this is not my website, so I'm not going to say continue. I will simply go ahead and go to my SDN Tech Forum, right? Because that's my website. And I try to add that, and you can see it has fetch all my website host records. Okay. So that happened when you add your website. Okay. What else you can do? You can do your custom billing alert and all those things. Though we are using web tier, so we are not liable for any billing. SDN Tech Forum. And this is the dashboard. Though migration has not happened yet, but this is my Cloudflare dashboard. And these are the capabilities available on top: overview, analytics, DNS, SSL, firewall, access, and all this. And we are going to talk about each and everything one by one, right? But the first thing is, now though I have added my website to Cloudflare, but when my user tried to access the website, it's still going to my registrar or DNS name server, right? So if I am a user here, it still goes to my, and I try to do www.sdn Tech Forum, it will go to my DNS name server. DNS name server will point it to name server record, will point it to the web hosting server, and the content will be served, right? So sometime your name server and web hosting host servicing, they both are served by the same entity, but in my case they are different. So now what we are going to do in DNS migration, basically what you do, you add your website to Cloudflare, right? And what Cloudflare does, it reach out to my name server and fetch all the records here, right? And now what I have to do, I have to go to my DNS provider or registrar and edit the name server or change the name server to Cloudflare, right? So now when the user query a DNS, it actually hit my DNS provider, but then DNS providers send that query back to Cloudflare, and Cloudflare in turn serve the content, right? If it is cache. So this is the migration process, right? And that's what it is telling you, that go to your registrar. In my case, Namecheap is my registrar or DNS provider, and remove the existing name server to Cloudflare name servers. That's all I have to do. Though in my case, my web hosting has DNS zone records, which I need to delete, right? And Cloudflare periodically checks name server update. So if you are updating any name server, they'll fetch that here. Okay, this is about the migration. What other things are available in free tier? You can get web traffic analytics, upgrade to pro, but without even in free tier, you are getting a lot of things. Though since I have not migrated it yet, so I do not see any analytics here. Okay, come back to DNS, and this is all the imported records now will be available in Cloudflare. I can also go ahead and add any new record, like any new CNAME or subdomain. If I add, I can add it here. You can request your SSL or TLS certificate, and there are different tiers of full encryption end to end using a self-signed certificate of the server. Another method, right? Firewall, web application based firewall. Here you can add new firewall filter. You can manage rules, right? Firewall manage rules is available for a pro, but don't worry, even in free tier you have firewalls rule facility available. You have 0 to 5. You can create 5 firewall rule maximum. Okay, create a firewall rule, select. You can say, okay, what I want to do, I want to say ban or stop serving based on country location, right? If I have some streaming thing which I don't want to serve to a different country because it's a paid programming or something, I can choose that. All those kind of rule I can create different kind of rule. Okay, so you can create up to 5 rules. Here also you have the bots and DDoS and other things. Some are free, some are paid, but so much security you can get it for free, right? Then Cloudflare Access. This is not so much of interest here. Speed. You can observe your latency. What is the current latency with old DNS name server, and you can optimize it as well, right? It takes a little bit time to load, but here you can see it is. I already gave me an overview that visitor to your website could see content in 1 second on Cloudflare, and that is 20% faster, right? I do not have much traffic on my website, but here it's telling me all the details. Okay, recommended optimization and other things are there, and critical loading times you can see all. If I'm serving the content, it's served on 3G. If content is served with wired connection, what are the latency and loading time, everything you can get analytics, good analytics, right? Then caching analytics is available with upgrade, though it doesn't harm to understand what all is available. So you can cache, you can configure different types of caching, how long you want to cache, you can purge this, and caching level also, all the things you can define, but that comes with a cost. Worker rules. I do not have much information about rules here, but let's go to network. Here you can see the toggle. You can simply toggle that, okay, I want HTTP 2 access, I want HTTP 3 with quick. Quick is a protocol just like TCP, but it is a little fast. Zero RTT resumption. This comes with TLS 1.3 and IPv6 compatibility. All these things, gRPC WebSockets, these are all available, right? So let me show you all the options. Onion routing, the Tor routing, sudo IPv4, IP geolocation, maximum upload size, response buffering, true client IP header. Few are available with the upgrade, but most of the network things are available in free tier. Okay. Traffic. You can choose smart routing, so it will have less latency and all those things, so you can optimize traffic, but it has some cost associated with that. Okay, streaming streaming over HTTPS. These are things you can do. Processing is free and the cost is very competitive if you are into streaming services. you can get this advantage here. Okay, let me go back to dashboard and custom page, apps, script shield. This is cool. So if you are a website like an e-commerce website or something, and you don't want your competitor to scrape your website for the products and offering, you can get the security scrape shield from here. Right. So Cloudflare is growing fast and serving millions and millions of website. I'm also looking to migrate to Cloudflare. Though if I do this migration process, it will the migration actual migration, that means Cloudflare will start serving my website. It will take few hours at least, right? So I'm going to do the migration after this video recording, and maybe by tomorrow, when you try to log into www.sgntechforum.com, you should see that it is served by Cloudflare. So I hope I provided you some good information, and now you know what is Cloudflare, and there is a most of the good part is it is available for free. So if you are a website owner, I highly advocate you to get advantage of this free services. Thank you. See you in next video.